And then I created 6 different exam rooms, named them, came back into the hallway and put their holocron on each door. And the reasoning behind that was so that we could have asset-rich patient rooms, or even whatever. I mean, we could have a hospital operating room off one of the doors, or a waiting room, or a debrief. So we were just thinking this would expand what we could offer the students a bunch of different ways.
Hi, students. My name is Adam, and I'll be your virtual hands throughout the simulations here.
Yeah, if I remember right, scrunch it down to 0.5 and narrow the width by half, and then it looks like a pretty nice little tablet.
And if it's a solo room, then everybody who enters is in their own instance, so they can't hear or see each other. Yeah, so you go to solo mode, and then they're completely on their own, and they could watch the 3D recordings in their own order without interrupting anybody else that's in the scene.
So this is scalable. Oh, I'm loving this.
That's
okay.
awesome.
Knock on the door. You hear that, and then we can actually click on it to enter the exam room. And it looks like there's a recording holocron.
Welcome, students.
Wow, so you built mazes inside of the interiors of these buildings.
Right, it helps them learn the movements and find their medical equipment too.
And some of it's almost like a parkour course for VR users as well.
We wanted to get a tent community where people who don't have the means to access healthcare live and talk about their struggles and efforts to go to like a free clinic, which is probably what we're going to put in behind you there.
Oh yeah, there's like the environment over here is opened up. So this would be like the pop-up clinic, the lightning strike. We can trigger that here. So we could do one without any delay. Yeah, I don't think we saw this use case coming. So
No, exactly.
But it's a great spot for an office. That's a great location.
Hi, I'm Craig McGonigle. I've been working with Acadicus for about 1.5 years now, just developing scenarios. My background has been in computers and business, and also construction.
My name is Joe Bengry. I started off with the technical support aspect and have branched into development in different programs, and currently help bring life into Acadicus and develop different aspects and tools and everything.
Hi, I'm Julie Tyson, and I have been with the VLE for several years, and it started out with student support and went into the VR, and just learning more and more as I go through each session.
I'm Dee. We've been working with John for so long. It's just exciting every time we come in and see all the new things. So I'm just thrilled to be here watching my team.
Excellent. I really appreciate you joining today, and look forward to checking out what you've been working on. So Craig, you had shared this on our Discord community in the channel a few days ago. I think it was like Friday. You had come up with this concept, and this isn't the first time that you've had ideas like this. Like you've been sharing some really interesting ideas over Discord over the past several months, and I just thought this was an opportunity for you to. I would be very curious if you could share a little bit about what you're working on, and again, sort of some of the reasons behind it. Like what are some of the challenges that you're facing, or what these holocrons or this concept is addressing?
Well, the main thing is people, they want to touch, they want to see, and we can't give them that yet because the haptics and everything's not there. I was looking at some other apps and I saw that they just had the same actor in there the whole time, and they're just putting their hands in the same spot. And the student really, aside from putting their hands in that spot, I didn't think they were really getting anything. So I thought your program could compete with that if we brought in a set of helping hands, which is where Adam came from.
Excellent. So Adam is basically a set of helping hands, and you're working with the 3D recording tool in Acadicus, right? So you're able to capture everything that an avatar is saying and doing, and you're using that as an opportunity to create essentially the hands of a learner that isn't necessarily in a VR headset and able to participate.
Exactly. That's the other thing. You brought up another main concern is, well, I can't afford headsets for everybody. So we want to kind of give them the best experience we can with just mouse clicks.
So with these holocrons that you created here, you would be able to essentially have a learner that doesn't have a VR headset come in and press play on one of these and watch a 3D recorded hologram of an avatar going through a given procedure.
Exactly. It's like clinical, but online. And then when they come home from clinical, what do? They practice on their husband, spouse, whoever. So after they do this, they say, hey, husband, wife, come here, and they can train on that person.
Excellent. Very cool. Well, let's play one of these if you don't mind. Let's check it out.
Sure.
Hi, students. My name is Adam, and I'll be your virtual hands throughout the simulations here. Whenever you see a holocron like this to my left, I'll be there to guide you, ask you a question, show you a procedure, or maybe I'm having a bad day and I want your opinion of how well I did on a procedure. Well, I look forward to working with you, and I hope you enjoy your time here.
That's a great use of 3D recordings. I mean, so you're using the 3D recording feature to create these sort of bots that you can interact with using the holocrons, the 3D recording holocrons. And I could imagine that being super useful in all kinds of scenes in Acadicus.
Yeah, absolutely. So we can go into the room and I'll show you how we did all the procedures in there. Okay, so now what we have is holocrons playing a video. So our goal is to have a sim manager, a faculty member to evaluate the student, and then obviously the student in here. So the faculty member would tell him what to do. So we'd say to the student, okay, what are you going to do first? Don't click on it yet. Tell me which one you're going to do first. And the student would say, I'm going to introduce myself, and then you go down the list. And once they get to the inspection, you'd have to ask them, okay, well, he's not in the position where you're going to see anything for this inspection. What are you going to tell the patient? So then they'd say, okay, Mr. Whatever, take off your shirt, take off your mask for me, blah, blah, blah. And then the sim manager would go ahead and do that and make a move. And then we have them on the table like this because they always want to see his back. So the student could follow the instructor or Adam around or whoever and look at the back while they're doing the procedure.
Wasn't this a great idea?
That is awesome. So the advantage of this would be not only if a student doesn't have VR headset, but also as an opportunity to do this as an asynchronous activity, right? I mean, or you had mentioned that the instructor would ideally be here evaluating, but even if they're not, they could potentially use this as an asynchronous exercise before they take the time to meet with an instructor.
Is there any way to partition to allow more asynchronicity rather than, because if one student's in here, the whole pro space is taken?
Yeah, you could turn this into a solo room. So in your multiplayer menu, well, so you open your menu, go to multiplayer. Up on top, you can turn it into a solo room. And if it's a solo room, then everybody who enters is in their own instance. So they can't hear or see each other. Yeah, so you go to solo mode and then they're completely on their own and they could watch the 3D recordings in their own order without interrupting anybody else that's in the scene.
So this is scalable. Oh, I'm loving this.
That's
okay.
awesome. Yeah, just one second.
Yeah, if I remember right, scrunch it down to 0.5 and narrow the width by half, and then it looks like a pretty nice little tablet.
Oh, yeah.
Like that.
Almost like an iPad, yeah.
And then you can just hold it, and model it, whatever.
That's super cool. Could you explain from the top again what that is?
So this is just a monitor. We can do this with any monitor, and you can see it's got the mounting for like a wall behind it. Just scrunch it down and we can just hold it like you would a tablet.
Yeah, make it hand grabbable and then you can carry it around.
Yeah, that would be that'd be important. Joe's here to help.
Yep.
Excellent. So in one of your simulations, you took the animated vitals monitor that we normally have on the wall and you shrunk it down and made it into a tablet that a doctor could be holding to look as if they're kind of looking at a monitor on as a tablet or a handheld device.
That's right.
That is so cool. I don't think I would have ever thought of that. That's a great idea.
It's weird because Joe and I actually think alike. He's doing it in the presentation, you know, it comes in real big. And I'm like, I wonder what he's doing. And I halfway through, I was like, he's making a tablet.
That's
And
so
it was.
cool.
There's also the other couple of monitors that display various info and everything, and shrinking those down to the same scale worked quite well as well.
So a while back, you had pinged us with a scene that you had created that had this hallway environment that we created for the OpenRN project. So this is the long-term care facility hallway outside of Miles Johnson's room in the long-term care environment. And you had taken this scene template and created a way to make it multiply into lots of different environments. So I'm curious, could you tell me more about, you know, how you did that and how that works?
Well, we haven't really tested it yet, but how I did it was I took the hallway and then I created 6 different exam rooms, named them, came back into the hallway and put their holocron on each door. And the reasoning behind that was so that we could have asset-rich patient rooms or even whatever. I mean, we could have a hospital operating room off one of the doors or a waiting room or a debrief. So we were just thinking this would expand what we could offer the students a bunch of different ways.
Oh, that's excellent. And I think a great use. And so the tool that you're using is the scene loading holocron. So
That's right.
in Acadicus, for anybody who's not familiar, anything that does an action in Acadicus, we call a holocron. So there's holocrons that play a 3D recording. There are holocrons that will load a new room, and there are holocrons that can load a scene. So with the scene editing tools, what Craig's describing is being able to create a scene and then create a holocron of it, and then place that in this scene. So if someone clicks on that, it'll actually go to the exam room scene. So with that, like, you're not actually leaving this room, like this is their room that they're working in, but they can change the scene just by clicking on one of those holocrons. So effectively, they're taking this environment setting that's just a hallway, but they've created it in such a way that you could go into any one of these exam rooms just by clicking on the door. So it sort of creates the perception of this very large environment, and you can go into all these different exam rooms and come back to this hallway, all within one room, which is pretty innovative, I think. So let's take a look at one of these rooms. So on the door, you can actually knock on the door. You hear that, and then we can actually click on it to enter the exam room. Okay, so we are in the exam room now, and we can walk around in the exam room, and you could stage this with a patient or any other equipment or anything you wanted to run in here. And then we can get back to the hallway from here. So you see, it's like a large interconnected exam, hospital environment or clinic environment. And each one of those exam rooms could have a whole different scenario in it.
Yep.
That is pretty incredible.
And you could think you're going into an exam room and something else could be there.
Mm-hmm.
Like
yeah,
Mars.
right.
That's what I was thinking.
Mars.
Oops,
Yeah.
you went to Mars. Wrong door. Try again.
Very cool.
Just like Doctor Who.
Yeah, the game show there. What's behind door number 1?
Yeah, we need a TARDIS scene.
Look how beautiful all the logos are in there for everyone we're working with.
So this room is kind of your welcome room that you've been using for demos. Is that correct?
It's like our SimLab sandbox.
This is your SimLab sandbox.
Yeah, this room's just kind of a mashup, John. We have the organs over there. I don't know if you can see it's lighting up. And then we have anatomy over here, wound stapling in the room directly to the back. On the left, I forget what we have, kicking kid in the middle, and then just a regular nurse up here on the left.
Excellent. So it's sort of a
Okay.
demonstration of capabilities, kind of a one of each sort of thing to show people what the possibilities are.
Right.
Mm-hmm. We just have another kid in this room with the beating heart. So yeah, it's just a mashup of everything Acadicus can do.
So you're using the scene editing tools. We're in the simulation hall environment setting here. and you brought in
Yes.
these assets to create this. That's so cool. And I remember when we originally were conceiving of Acadicus, we had imagined that everybody would have, their own room, and then each room would contain a simulation. And we created the simulation hall as kind of where we were going to display all the posters. It's the same as our Acadicus Commons currently. But when I came to visit you, like Chamberlain had created all these different sort of vignette stations, which is so cool. We just never really imagined this use case. So it was an exciting opportunity for us to say, like, wow, you could really have an environment with multiple stations in it. And then that led us to create that multiple bay station that we ended up creating at your direction, that we've talked about in the past roundtable. But
Or you could have a conference. I mean, how
Yep.
sweet would this be to have a conference? And then if you can go into solo rooms and everybody could hear the same, that's just awesome. Now you've got my head spinning for that.
Yeah, how cool would that be? It's just kind of a fun view. I thought it would be neat to show people, especially in VR, if they come in and see this, they're kind of on top, and it gives them that kind of feeling like they're actually up in the sky.
all right, so we arrived here. I come up and looks like there's a recording holocron.
Welcome, students. Escape rooms are the thing of the past. Welcome to your escape area. You are free to roam around and explore and look for items. The item you want to find is the defibrillator. If you click the waypoint over here to my left to teleport, it will take you near the first station. After that, you're on your own. Good luck.
Oh, okay. So we can take this waypoint is going to teleport us to waypoint number 1. So we're using the waypoint holocrons to go from one location to another within a scene. I'm going to take this ramp down here. Let's see what's going on. Oh, here we go. Looks like a ventilator here. There's Craig. Or should I say Adam?
Congratulations, you've found the first item. Click on the link over here to my right and see if you found the defibrillator.
And then if you click, you'll go to a little exam room where it tells them, nope, sorry.
Oh yeah, this is great. Yeah, good. I love this one.
Hello, unfortunately that was not the defibrillator. Please click the link on the wall to my right to go back to the escape area and try again. Good luck.
Oh, that's so cool. So you're using the holocrons to not only move around within a scene, but then also load another scene to be able to get the answer. Wow. So you built mazes inside of the interiors of these buildings.
And
That's super cool.
That's all Joe and Julie. They did an excellent job.
That's
Yeah,
a
the
great
green is
idea.
like you're cold, yellows you're getting warmer, reds you're getting hot.
Oh,
Nope, not there. Wrong way.
Little-
You can take a break. Right. It helps them learn the movements and find their medical equipment too.
And some of it's almost like a parkour course for VR users as well.
Awesome.
Oh,
I can't
cool.
speak too soon because I'm not very good at this, apparently. I made it. Oh, yeah.
Oh, no. So close.
Oh boy, oh boy. Okay. I'm even going to use shift. I'm so confident.
Yeah, there you go. There you
I'm
go.
here. Let's check it out.
Hello and congratulations. This was a tough one to find, but you did it. Click on the link to my left behind me there on the wall to see if you have found the defibrillator. Congratulations. That was the defibrillator. Enjoy your balloons. Click on the links to my right to either go back to the escape area or go back to the sandbox. Thanks for playing.
We wanted to get a tent community where people who don't have the means to access healthcare live and talk about their struggles and efforts to go to like a free clinic, which is probably what we're going to put in behind you there, and just their general health in regard to where they live.
Oh yeah, there's like the environment over here is opened up. So this would be like the pop-up clinic.
Mhm.
We've got like an abandoned kind of retail environment. So we could use this as the area to stage for. Wow, so you use the physics or the gravity or the physics for the light pole to fall down, the fire asset to create the fire after a lightning strike, and then the patient is very obviously very severely injured here.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
So this would be a scenario for what would be the objective, like the use case for it?
EMS. We brought an ambulance in for
Okay.
another recording we did. So I mean, obviously we can't do the whole EMS scene, but we can do enough of it here.
Sure, of course. Oh, that's excellent. We should show, I think Bill Ballo from Madison College would love to see this. He's very passionate about paramedic and EMS training.
Oh yeah, feel free to show them.
The lightning strike, we can trigger that here. So we could do one without any delay. One with delay. So they created a 3D recording where somebody was behind the scenes triggering that and then starting the bonfire at the base of it. So we could even turn that on here. And we could see that turn on. So they were using that, the simulation manager, to toggle that. And then they turned gravity on the traffic light to be able to fall over. And then they triggered the patient is one of our multiple casualty patients or victims that you can have lay down. So basically just triggering the lay down in a supine position or a lateral incumbent position, I guess it would be, after the telephone pole falls, and then toggling the visibility of the pool of blood and the teeth.
And then we have seats up there on the road signs.
And there's seats on the roadside. That's your office up there, Craig?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because we were doing a presentation here as well. So.
Oh, cool. Oh, that's fun.
But yeah, because like not every day is like somebody walking into a clinic or a hospital, right? Things happen just naturally in environments that cause people to get hurt.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And that's where first responders come in.
Building a ramp up to the seats.
Yeah, it was. And we'll see if it works.
Yeah, we have our coffee mugs up there and, all ready for business meeting.
See if I can twist it so you can actually get there. I think that should be. Oh, he's already going.
Oh, yeah. See, well, here we go again. Here we go again with John's parkour abilities.
Make it a little wider.
I know.
Yeah, I need the extra wide ramp for me, guys. Sorry. Oh, this is so cool. DuPont Road.
We need a balance beam for you.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, wow. And you get a good view of the city from up here.
Mm-hmm.
We put a simple shape inside of that little platform that you're kind of standing on there, just so the people can stand on there, because you didn't have collision on that. So.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I don't think we saw this use case coming. So
no, exactly.
It's a great spot for an office. That's a great location. Well, thank you again. I really appreciate you, especially on such last minute notice, taking the time to meet and sharing all of this wonderful work you're doing in Acadicus. We really appreciate you taking the time.
No problem, John. Anytime.
Yeah,
all right.
No problem.
We'll see you on the virtual frontier.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you.
Okay.
See ya.
Sounds
Bye-bye.
great.
Have a
Good
good
luck
day.
editing.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.